Tall Tale TV.
Scars by Esther Davis. Every scar tells a story. Dark webbing still marks my shoulder from the day that bullets separated my squad from our company. The bleeding would have killed me if my comrades hadn't bandaged it. But isolated from medical equipment, we couldn't stop the scarring. After days of wandering the Amazon, I tripped, leaving a white slice across my stomach. A dumb wound, not from a heroic battle with enemy soldiers or fleeing some hungry beast. I just got tired, so I fell. Then came the jagged blossom encasing my thigh, forever a vengeful red, as if still burning after all these years. Some stories I'd rather forget. I turned to avatars for my escape. Avatars have no scars to pinch at every arm stretch. Pistons and cogs don't grind with arthritis. I scaled the Grand Canyon with the arms of a robotic chimp. The wonders of the coral reefs opened to my aquatic avatar's photosensors. I galloped across green fields, grandchild mounted on my saddle. The world in a mechanical body never harbored memories of war, until now. Explosions rack my frame. Dust fogs my avatar's view. I dig my claws into the soil and let my inertia swing my feline body onto its new course. Across the ocean, cables suspend my true body, my scarred body, above the warehouse floor. I'm sure the camouflaged personnel still swarm below, checking my vital signs, the avatar's functionality, the video and data streaming from the battlefield. Command Center may share my eyes, but they can't taste the sandy air. They can't feel the satisfying way my claws pierce the earth, or how my padded feet launch me onward. The rolling tank doesn't shake the ground beneath them. They don't hear the fleeing birds squawking with such clarity, transferred straight from the avatar's receptors to my brain. They wanted their war hero back. "We don't need your body," they said. "Your mind, your skills with avatars, that's all." I refused. They dragged me back to the battlefield anyway. We found the enemy camp on day 6. The hostages, the data, the battle plans, everything we needed to end the war, tucked away in 7 pale tents huddled beneath the trees. If we'd come in numbers, a guard would have heard us, but a broken, lost battalion in the Amazon becomes invisible. I ordered the men to divide and surround the camp. Hidden in the greenery, they fired. The enemy panicked, thinking themselves surrounded. People ran in every direction, stumbling over one another, colliding, spilling documents and hard drives in the dirt, stooping to hurriedly gather their mess. I slipped in among the chaos. I expected more guards in the hostage tent, but only a skinny man crouched, trembling between me and the persons bound in the dirt. When I flipped open the tent door, he shouted and raised his weapon. I reacted instinctively. My rifle hoisted, the trigger pulled. The guard fell, just like I trained. I didn't notice my burning thigh until I felt my back slapping the ground. I ripped the box from my flesh. I didn't recognize it. Some experimental technology, I guess. The army took the barbed box later, when I delivered our rescued hostages, and they gave me my medal. They never told me details. Lethal was all they said. Lucky you disengaged it. Power courses through my circuitry. My hind legs punched the ground and I bound forward. A 70 miles per hour limit hid me before, but I knew I'd lost my stealth at the first explosion. Military don't fire missiles at stray cheetahs. No more use pretending. I strained my machinery, pushing full thrust into every bound. 100, 200, 300. Faster, faster. Savannah grass snaps across my flank. My weighted tail whips behind me, letting me steer and balance. I reel back towards the camp, sending up my own dust cloud. The muddy tanks grind their noises towards me. One fires, hitting 50 yards behind. I fly through the savannah, weaving to avoid missiles and grenades. Soldiers flee, though their commander's foreign shouts order them to fight. Mentally, I beg them to keep fleeing. Run. Surrender. Anything. Don't make me fight you. Don't let them get you. The general met me at a steakhouse. He probably figured I'd find the country music and meat more welcoming than his stuffy office. Personally, I'd rather have a cold burrito than the too rare steak the waiter brought me. General Lee gave me the guilt trip, the same one from his email, the same one from his phone call. I know you're retired, but we need you. Your country needs you. No! Why? I rolled up my pant leg, wincing as it tugged at my scarred tissue. The scar's red burned bright against my pale skin. This. He smiled sympathetically, like I was some naive child. But we've discussed this. You'll just be an avatar. Nothing can hurt you. He rested his elbow on either side of his empty plate and leaned towards me. No more scars, I promise. Not all scars are physical. I reach the first tank. I leap. My avatar torpedoes through the middle and tears out the other side. I slice through the next tank just as easily, like stabbing melted ice cream. I hear the drones now. They're buzzing and distant pops. I try blocking out the screams. I turn away from the blood. I focus on the job I can stomach, killing lifeless metal. The prisoners unbound, the enemy camp secured. I knelt alone in the once hostage tent. The young man still lay there, or his lifeless body at least. I didn't regret my actions. I still don't. I saved lives. My heart still felt hollow. We dug the graves earlier that day. We filled them with enemy soldiers, and 2 of our men. I told them to leave this boy. I would search his pockets, then fill the final grave myself. I laid his pocket's contents in the dirt, bullets and bandages, some stray coins, and a photo of a girl, maybe 5 or 6 years old, with the young man's black hair and round nose. Large, cramped lettering filled the back. Months later, I found the strength to let the interpreter translate the note. I love you, Daddy. Come home. Scars by Esther Davis is one of 20 short stories in their brand new book, A Dog, 3 Cats, and a Dragon, available now on Amazon. Esther is an author of family-friendly science fiction and fantasy who regularly posts flash fiction for free reading on their website, estherdavisauthor.wordpress.com. And for a limited time, you can head over to Goodreads to enter to win a signed copy of their book. Links in the description. The artwork in this episode was provided with permission by artist Muhammad H. Adaran. Find more of his amazing work at mhadaran.artstation.com. Hey guys! I loved the concept of robotic avatars in this piece. If I had to choose, I think I would plug into some sort of aquatic avatar and explore the oceans. What do you think? What kind of avatar would be the coolest? Make sure to subscribe or even head over to talltale.tv.com to sign up for my weekly newsletter. I'm Chris Herron, and that's it for today's Tall Tale TV.